pretty cold when the lug nuts stick to your gloves. So it was 3 degrees below 0 Fahrenheit last night, and our water froze up. Jack and I were getting ready to put our tools in the truck and head on down there and see if we can't get it sorted out. And believe it or not, the front passenger's wheel on the truck is frozen solid. It won't turn. I couldn't figure out what was going on. I couldn't turn the truck, and had Jack look around. Front tire's frozen. When we were stuck down there in the bog, I left it overnight a couple nights, and the whole bottom of the wheel that was in water is frozen solid. So I'm thawing it out here so we can head on down there and get the water thawed out. So it's really amazing to me that this chunk of ice essentially can render your truck unusable. I'm glad I found this now and didn't need this truck in the middle of the night for an emergency or something. Lesson learned. But that was sitting right in there, and it frozen the tire, frozen the wheel to the brake rotor. So you could feel it. It would go around and hit, and go around and hit. And even with all the weight of the truck, it would not break that out of there. I had to put heat on it. That's just amazing. So what happened was, being stuck down there in the bog, this was filled with water, froze because it got cold, and I don't know how I got the truck up here. I did notice that I smelled rubber, and I didn't know, it didn't seem right, but it wouldn't even turn here, so that's amazing. Well, let's head down and see if we can get the pipes thawed out. Here's a tip my granddad taught me about putting big tires on trucks. It'll save your back. Put your knee down here, roll the wheel up on your leg, and then you can use your leg and not your back to get the studs lined up. Put it on. So it was 3 degrees last night. Pipes froze, I think, down here at the wellhead. So we'll get some heat on it, see if we can get this thawed out. So down in the pump house, this solution was super simple. I knew what it was as soon as I saw it. I didn't put this system in, and this is something I haven't really got in, we haven't had weather this cold here, so I haven't had an issue, so I didn't know it was an issue, but we've got power down in the pump house, and this right here is this tape is a plumber heat tape. It just keeps the pipes warm. And this right here is the pressure switch. And what happened was the standpipe right here that comes off a T off the main line froze. It didn't have any of this tape on it. So there was enough extra that I've rerouted it around here, went around that, around here, and that won't happen anymore, providing that there's power. So we'll take a little bit of this foam insulation now, once we got that heat tape around there, and secure this on here, and this won't happen again providing we have power. Now if we run out of power, which is common in the winter time, or power is out and it's cold, this is going to freeze. So I've got a backup system that runs off of kerosene that I'll share with you here in a second to prevent this this wellhead from freezing. So here's the solution for dealing with the pipes, keeping the pipes from freezing, or the wellhead when the power's out. This is just a little kerosene stove top, you can see here, and you just braise the top section of it. Here's a wick into like a metal paint thinner can. So what this does is we can fill this up with kerosene now, and I used this last year, so I just let it run until it was dry. Some of you younger guys, well, including myself, never grew up with these or never used these, but how they work is that wick is a kind of a consumable, and you trim the lamp. This is what lighting used to be inside of houses, not that long ago. You trim this lamp by running that wick higher. The more that comes out, There it goes. More of this wick that comes out here, you can see, the higher the flame. You know, and that will consume away slowly, last a long time, but the kerosene is wicked up through the tank. There you can see. And the further I expose that wick, the further it comes up, the larger the flame. And of course I can trim it, put it down lower by rotating that down a little bit. And then, you know, back in the homes, didn't have this pipe on here. Of course, I'll show you what that's for in a minute. This would have been the glass globe, and this was how you would have lit your house. I still have these today. I've got several of them that I've been picking up at antique stores or flea markets or wherever for hard times or times where we need light and we're not going to have any electricity. Lacquer thinner can lamp. That'll burn a long time. Pretty cool. So here you can see the kerosene heater in action. You just come down here and light it, and it's got a little piece of duct pipe there with some heat tape on it connected to the globe, and then you just redirect that up there to kind of keep some nice warm air there at the wellhead, and that'll keep that from freezing up and just keep it warm in here. This whole building's insulated, so this here burning by itself will probably be enough to keep it from freezing, and that's it. It's a good cheap solution for something that could be a real problem. Why are you still here? The water's fixed. Go home.